So we got back from our break yesterday, quite late. I was a bit tired. So I did some sort of household jobs, but I'd started the base for this particular painting before we went away. So I was wanting to get back into that creative mode before I went to bed. So I started this one and then I finished it this morning, and it's based on Leviticus 23:40, which says, "And you shall take on the first day the fruit of splendid trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of leafy trees, and willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days." And at first I was thinking, well, there aren't many trees, which is what the first part talks about, but actually there are trees here, and there's a tree here that's also a walking being with like hair that's like would be the leaves of the tree. But actually, in thinking about this idea, and you shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. So I was thinking, actually, right in the middle here is an eye, which is also the sun. It's actually got like maybe a snake coming out of it, or an arrow, one of the two. And there's these people here, birds, all looking at the sun as if they're sort of listening, in veneration. They're sort of taking in, the sun's power, words, whatever you want to call it. And then over this side, behind these people, is they've sort of turned around and they're like vomiting, or energy's coming out of their mouth. And there is actually energy coming from the bird there, this one. And so I kind of took that to be like, so you take in the energy from the sun and then you project it into the world, either through speaking or energy or whatever you want to call it. Rejoicing, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So that's kind of what I took from the picture. There's probably a million other things that I didn't see. There's another person here just standing in the light. Because sometimes you look at this on different days and it gives you different energies. But what I wanted to share as well while I was on is this poem that I wrote in response to it, which is called A New Day. The sun rose at 6:21, a whole new day. I wasn't awake, but it shone anyway. Don't stare at the sky, ultraviolet photons collide, infrared burn becomes one eye, and the human ear cannot capture long-range waves, but don't let that stop you enjoying this solar rave. Vomit your voice, humans will hear. Rivers become wings, fire become feathers, fear become ancient treasure. Fly, little bunny bird, over the vines of creation. Become a choir, little bird, of divine veneration.